As Hormuz already gives Trump nightmares, is a second strategic strait about to join the danger list and push this war into a true global shipping crisis? Is Iran's last proxy now waking up, with Yemen's Houthis openly threatening to shut a second oil choke point just as Hormuz burns? When a Houthi commander says the first measure could be a naval blockade on US and Israeli ships, is he bluffing or previewing Iran's next escalation card? If both Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb choke at once, could nearly a third of the world's seaborne oil suddenly be at risk in a way markets have never seen? While Trump demands Iran's unconditional surrender, are Tehran's proxies instead preparing to test how quickly the US economy can be brought to its knees via the sea lanes? As tensions spike over the Strait of Hormuz, another key maritime bottleneck is quietly emerging as the next possible flashpoint. As the war rages on, almost all of Iran's proxies have joined the fight against Israel and the US, with Yemen's Houthis the main outlier so far. While the Houthis have largely stayed out of this conflict until now, their latest statements suggest that may be about to change. On March 14th, Senior Commander Abed al-Thor publicly laid out what he called the group's primary options if they decide to join Iran's war. Abed al-Thor warned that closure of the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is on the table as one of those options, according to Press TV. He said the first step could be an official declaration of a naval blockade against US and Israeli-bound merchant ships and warships.
أعلنت إيران مؤخراً إغلاق مضيق هرمز أمام الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية وإسرائيل وحلفائهم. هل فكرت حركة أنصار الله في اتخاذ خطوة مماثلة فيما يتعلق بمضيق باب المندب؟
كل الخيارات مفتوحة، وإذا ما اضطررنا إلى استخدام ورقة باب المندب فإننا سنستخدم هذه الورقة بشكل مرن بحيث نستهدف كل الدول المتورطة في العدوان على لبنان وعلى إيران.
متى يمكن أن يتم اتخاذ خطوة بشأن المضيق وكيف يمكن تنفيذ ذلك؟ يعني ممكن حضرتك تديني توضيحات أكتر؟
طبعا ورقة باب المندب وهي إحدى الخيارات المتاحة لليمن، وسيتم الإعلان عن ذلك في حينه، سواء ورقة باب المندب أو غيرها من الأوراق، لأننا جادين فيما يتعلق بالوقوف إلى جانب أي دولة عربية أو إسلامية تتعرض للعدوان الأمريكي أو الإسرائيلي، وهذا يعتبر واجب علينا. وهناك تنسيق كامل فيما بين قيادات محور المقاومة سواء في اليمن وفي فلسطين ولبنان وإيران وكذلك العراق.
Earlier, Houthi leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi warned that his fighters' fingers are on the trigger if the conflict widens. The group has said it is ready to respond at any moment should developments warrant it, according to Western reporting. Iran's Fast News has likewise reported that the Houthis and other resistance factions are now on full alert. Bab el-Mandeb links the Red Sea and Suez Canal route to the Indian Ocean, and by extension to the wider Atlantic trade lanes. This narrow channel between Yemen and Djibouti-Eritrea carries a huge share of Asia-Europe container and energy trade. Put together, Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb handle roughly 30% of the world's seaborne oil flows. Analysts warn that a simultaneous shutdown of both choke points could cripple Gulf oil exports for weeks and hammer global supply chains. Experts say these Houthi threats fit neatly into what they describe as Iran's three-stage regional strategy of pressure. Youssef Cherif said, and I quote, "Iran is operating a three-stage strategy. First, the attacks from Iran that blocked Hormuz. Then, the attacks from Lebanon that are distracting Israel. And next will come the Houthis, who'll block Bab el-Mandeb." The Houthis have already imposed a de facto blockade on Israeli-linked ships in the Red Sea during the Gaza war. Since 2023, they have hit commercial vessels using a mix of drones, anti-ship missiles and fast boat swarm tactics. Those attacks sharply reduced oil flows through Bab el-Mandeb and nearly halted LNG transit by late 2024. Hormuz is now effectively shut to many tankers after Iran vowed to stop US and Israel-linked oil from passing. Major shipping lines such as Maersk are already diverting vessels around the Cape of Good Hope to avoid the Red Sea and Bab el-Mandeb. With crude already hovering above $100 a barrel, A Bab el-Mandeb crisis on top of Hormuz could send prices soaring far higher. Rerouting via Africa adds weeks to journeys, spikes fuel and insurance costs, and can leave some routes dangerously close to uneconomical.